Well, Dan Lok is the founder and chair of Closers.com and author of Unlock It. He went from being a poor immigrant who spoke no English to a multimillionaire mentor by 30 years old. And he joins us now to discuss how he built his wealth. Dan, congratulations. Great to have you with us. This is quite a story. How has your background shaped your outlook now on both business and life?
Well, I was born in Hong Kong and I immigrated to North America when I was 14 years old. And my mom and dad got divorced when I was 16 years old. And shortly after that, my dad, unfortunately, had a bad business partnership and left him over $1 million in debt and basically wiped him out when I was 17 years old. And that's how I got into business. And when I first got to North America, I couldn't speak a word of English with no money and no connections.
So as you alluded to, you found yourself in some extreme debt after losing your first 13 businesses. How did you end up bouncing back from that? What motivated you?
I think most people don't have a debt problem. Debt problem is actually an income problem because some people they talk about that they could, don't drink that Starbucks coffee in the morning and save some money and hopefully that will pay off the debt. That's not how I pay off my debt. Instead, I focus on my income. Focusing on increasing my income. So it's not really a debt problem, it's an income problem. At the end of the day, it's not even an income problem, it is a skill problem. That developing those valuable skill sets that we can offer to the marketplace in order to generate more income, then we can pay off that debt. And that's what I did, exactly what I did.
Dan, we have some cheering behind us because we've got a Medal of Honor recipient down here on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. You can probably hear that behind us. We want to talk, though, more about your new book. Look at this. This is the live shots down here on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. President Stacey Cunningham of the New York Stock Exchange walking with the Medal of Honor recipient. He's going to join us a little bit later in the show. But Dan, back to your book here. You talked about the 4 stages of life that we go through. Why was it important for you to move through each of these different phases on your journey?
Yes, so I believe in life we go through 4 stages. The first stage is what I call survival. That's when we are trying to pay the bills, just trying to survive, just like most people. And then some people, if they work hard and if they're good, they transition and move up to what I call stage 2, and that's security. Now you're comfortable, right? You have a house to live in, you have a roof over your head, you're driving a car, you have a nice, steady job or a successful business, and that's good. But the third stage is what I call success. Now you don't just have everything you need, you have everything you want. You're not living in a house, you're living in the house. You're not driving a car, you are driving the car that you want. And I was operating in the success stage for many years of my life. What I didn't know is there's another stage, and that is significance. I don't want to sound so cliche, but significance is now you're not just focusing on yourself, but what's your legacy? How do you impact the world?
Dan, talk to us as well about this concept of the wealth triangle and how this helps entrepreneurs achieve clarity and significance.
You can see on social media a lot, everybody talks about, like, you want to be your own boss and starting your own business. I actually don't believe most people are ready to start their own business. The first stage they should focus on, you think about wealth triangle, the first phase, the first pillar is what I call high income skills. Develop the high income skills first, and then when you're ready, you can transition to what I call scalable business. And once you have a scalable business, a successful business, then you can transition into high return investments. So high income skills provide you with income, your scalable business provides you with profit, and then your high return investments build your net worth.
Okay, so I find it interesting, a high income skill set, Dan. Is that more important than a high income job? And what exactly is the high income skill sets?
So you think about a high income job, how much you get paid is dictated by your supervisor, your manager, or the company that you work for. And that's perfectly fine, but a high income skill, the only thing that determines how much you get paid is the marketplace. So if you're offering your service to the marketplace, let's say you're offering digital marketing, you're offering your sales skill, you're offering your copywriting skill, or whatever skills that you have, you offer to the marketplace, You could be making a certain amount of money and charging a certain amount of money, but if your skill improves or your communication skill improves, you can easily charge more money. So you're not dictated by someone, but dictated by the marketplace. That's the difference. And for skill set, high income skill, you can stack on the skill. A job is very linear. You cannot do that.
So you advise people to aim for financial confidence rather than financial freedom. Why is that, and what do you mean by that?
Because I think financial freedom, that's what I used to believe in, that, okay, you want to aim for that financial freedom. And most people, they think about financial freedom as sitting on the beach and not doing anything, right? But that's not, I think, what we are aiming for. Because in my own life, I found that you can reach to a certain point and maybe you are free for a certain period of time. But maybe you invest in something, the investment go bad, or something like that, then suddenly you're not so free. But financial confidence, on the other hand, meaning that you have the security within yourself. You have the skills that knowing that if, knock on wood, you lose everything, you can still make it back. To me, that's true freedom.
What is the millionaire mindset to you, Dan, and how do you develop this skill set, the skill set needed to go along with that mindset?
Good question. I think for the millionaire mindset, it's the ability to very much endure pain, endure embarrassment, humiliation sometimes, because it's difficult. It's very difficult to be an entrepreneur. And most of us, we were never taught growing up how money works or how business works. Or we might have a lot of negative association towards wealth and money, or people with wealth and money. And when we have that kind of negative association, well, guess what? Then we don't want to be, we say we want to be successful, but actually we don't, because when we are financially successful, it means that we are one of those people, right? We heard, from a very young age, money doesn't grow on trees, right? Or wealthy people are greedy, or you have to do something bad, to make a lot of money. And a lot of these negative beliefs, and it's simply not true. I think the millionaire mindset, I believe it's money, it's neutral. That you can use it for good, you can use it for bad as well, like for evil.
All right, great advice there. Dan Lok is the founder and chairman of Closers.com and author of Unlock It. Dan, thanks for your time today.